Yo guys, what's going on? This is Tony here, and once again, this is the third video I have on the Global Tony here. This one isn't as much like a deck review on what you guys should be doing. This is more an update on how I currently, or like I was doing with the Lava Loon freeze deck. So I'm currently 30th in the world with it, 30-2, very strong performance. You guys, if you don't believe me that this deck works, I mean, I got the results right here. But these two losses are very hype. I mean, not too many other people have that few losses. A couple others, but unfortunately, I was 30-1, but then Sergio Ramos sniped me, which does suck. I blame myself, but it still sucks. He sniped me. He has Muskie, Inferno Drag, Snowball. He just has so many counters. So well played to him. But I'm gonna be showing you guys these 5 games. I mean, I showed you up to 25, but the other loss was I actually lost to a graveyard. The problem is that I played this guy before, so yeah, right here I played him, and so I queued him the next time, and he knew my deck, and so he was able to like I couldn't surprise freeze or anything because he already knew that I had it. But anyway, we're just gonna be showing off these 5 games that I had to get up to the top or to top 30th. I was at 24th earlier, but we've fallen a little bit, but without further ado, we're going to hop straight into this first game here. This is a Hog Firecracker deck, so we're just chilling here. He splits bats, but you can just Baby Dragon. We want to get the double elixir here. I'm just going to kind of chill. I do Loon because he used bats and Firecracker, but I decide I screwed up a freeze. Okay, I'm going to slow this down because Firecracker's a fast deck, but so I froze on the right there. I was like 0.2 seconds off my timing. Otherwise, I likely would have taken nearly the entire tower. Not the entire tower, but I would have gotten 2 drops, which would have been huge damage. But unfortunately, I screwed up the timing just a little bit, so I paid for it. But so now we're down about 600 damage. Because he did mini P.E.K.K.A, but that's life. But even after I made that like really big misplay, I'm still like not in that bad of a situation. Like I literally burned 4 elixir. But you guys can see this deck, even if you like do something really stupid, you can live. So I screwed up a prediction on the Firecracker with that Baby Dragon. So another like misplay. I mean, not gonna lie, guys, this game is not the cleanest, but this is a very good matchup for me. So I'm completely fine with it. So he does go for a mini P.E.K.K.A. I elect to just Inferno Dragon and then NATO it all together. That way I just kind of fully clean up. I'll Barber also just to support my Inferno Drag. He goes hog opposite lane, so I was like, okay, well then I'll just ignore because I can go for the big bad freeze. So we freeze here. He immediately goes for the bats, or he doesn't even bother going for the bats, but that tower, it just vanished, guys. It literally, you guys saw, it was seconds in the tower, it was just gone. But he tries to go aggressive with the mini P.E.K.K.A. Ice Golem. Barbs are just such a strong defense. He goes for the hog, doesn't really matter. We have NATO. We screwed up the timing there just a bit, but it's fine. So hog gets a hit, but we with NATO and freeze, it's just so hard for him to break through that we're fine. So we just freeze the mini P.E.K.K.A. We don't want to get any hits, so clean that up. Barbs for the hog. We just have so many counters here that there's really nothing he can do. So honestly, the second we took that tower, I realized I could just go into like full defense mode and I'd be completely fine. So here you guys go. I mean, we just clean up once again. He's got hog. It doesn't even matter. I can just freeze, but we're just gonna go aggressive. It doesn't matter. Like I said, he can't break through. That's game. I take in just barbs or freeze. Why not both? Doesn't matter. But there you guys go. That was a good first game. In that matchup, once you take a tower, you just kind of want to play really passive. That way, you should just like be able to win the game because you can defend against hogs so easily. So, pretty solid match here. We got another hog deck. We're gonna probably speed through this one. This is an extremely terrible matchup for him. So, definitely not good. Like with only hog, but. He unfortunately goes hog first play. I Inferno Drake. He snowballs, so I'm able to NATO. Activate King. We're just kind of chilling here. He goes Gobs. I'm like, okay, whatever. I had to cycle Baby Dragon. He goes Knight. So I think I need to cycle a card, so I just go for a Loon. Aggressive Freeze. I was hoping he didn't have a building. Even though he does, it's fine. once again, against these hog decks, guys, it doesn't matter how aggressive I play, because I'm still completely fine. But I screw up another NATO here, so this hog will get a hit. But even so, NATO and freeze and barbs, just they all full counter hogs so well that it doesn't really matter, honestly, if you take a hog hit or two, because in the end you should be able to win. So we throw the loon there. We place the loon to bypass. Okay, quick little thing. I'm gonna slow this down. So the hound, there's a placement called the chain, and it basically, that is, if you see the arrows on the left and right side, those normally are like a chain on the different maps. But what you can do is you can place your balloon to like the furthest left, so it's not all the way at the bridge, but it's still behind the chain. But so that's a nice little tip, and then they'll actually, like, your loons will bypass buildings and stuff. So that's a cool little thing. But we're just gonna defend out the rest of this game, do the exact same thing that I just did the game before. So we're gonna actually quad speed this, as I literally just played defense the entire game. I'm not kidding you guys. There's the freeze. Okay, well, I go for loon just to like cycle some cards. We can just NATO. I 3-crown him with barbs. It's just such a bad matchup for him. There's really nothing he can do. Not too skillful, not too hard of a matchup. I'm not like flaunting it. I feel bad for this guy. There's really nothing he could have done there. So without further ado, though, we got another hard matchup. This bait deck, we obviously struggle with it. Without like a way to kill either the Dark Gob or Princess, but NATO and Baby Dragon works. The problem is that he just cycles back to another one so fast. So we're gonna hop straight in here. I'll start with 2 times speed. I might get overwhelmed, as bait does go pretty fast. So he's just chilling, cycling. Let's see what he's got. So he gets Princess in the back. I like to hound same lane against Princesses. I can bar barrel against the Skelly Barrel. You'll see that I do it a lot. So I want to kill this Princess. Not really much I could have done about the Gob Barrel, so I just go for a aggressive Inferno Drag. So we get a Loon Drop. I mess up a NATO there, as really nothing dies when I NATO'd, but we're going to try to clean up with Baby Dragon, but we're going to take a lot of heat, and at this point we are in a pretty bad spot. So luckily, we do catch the Goblin Barrel and all that, but we're still in a bad spot. We're down, like, basically even on one tower, and then I'm down another 700 or 800 on the other. So I like to go for the hound. I realized that Barb's full counter Skelly Barrel. I don't know if you guys knew that, but you could see Barb's doing the full counter Skelly. So we ignore another Goblin Barrel, and I just decide that if I play, like, going aggressive here, I should be fine. Another bad NATO, which not fun, but that's fine. So we're at this point. I'm just kind of like, I'm gonna slow this down. I'm realizing, well, if I actually defend, then I should be able to win. So I get a great freeze on both the Skelly Barrel and the Goblin Barrel, and so I'm like, okay, well, I'll just defend then. So I go for a NATO just to get back to my Barb Barrel. Barb Barrel is gonna full counter the Goblin Barrel. I can throw Barb to the bridge. It doesn't matter. He no time for the Skelly Barrel. No time for God Barrel, no time for anything. That's your game. So I took a tower, realized that he didn't have a heavy spell, and then I basically just defended. So another good, strong game there against Willona, but he played well. I actually do a matchup there by a little bit. It's just it's almost a hassle to do with. Like, that matchup's not fun. This game is against UR Wallace. I believe this guy's pretty good. This is his alt, but it's fine. I'm pretty sure I beat this guy early in the game, and then he kind of gets pissed and rage quits almost, but it's fine. So he Goblin Huts. I go same lane with my Hound. I think I actually might have known his deck. I'm not sure. I was in call with a friend during this. It helps very much to have a friend in call with you, because that way you're able to know matchups and stuff better. So I go for the freeze. He doesn't have a single air unit. So then he goes for the pigs. We can Barb Rail and NATO. And at this point, he is pissed. Look at this. He's spamming the laughing face. And guys, I don't know if you noticed, but okay, I'm gonna slow this down. He actually used an earthquake at the very top left. You won't see it now because he already used it, but he wasted an earthquake in the top left when he was trying to go for an emote. He accidentally dropped it and like placed it. So that puts me up 3 elixir, which lets me hound here. He's going to go for a really smart push, honestly. Barbs bats, and then I just get caught off hand, and so he nearly takes a tower with 48 health left. But um, I realized I should be able to take this tower pretty easily. We're honestly kind of looking like a little sus. Freeze doesn't do that well, but even though I've played like not great this game, I realized that I should be fine to win this. All I gotta do is protect this right side and take his right tower, and we are good to go. So I start setting up my dragons in the back, get a hound in front. He's gonna go aggressive. I'm gonna go for the big boy NATO play here in a sec. So here's the big NATO play. We just kind of get it all together. Everything dies. Hound takes that tower. We get to support our push more, and that's the game. So there you go. Another good game. He was pretty mad about this, as you can see, with all the BM, but win's a win. Honestly, I have no beef with him at all. I respect him as a player. He's definitely not like bad. I've seen him before and around. He's pretty good. So kudos to him. I did have a good matchup there as just the Barbarian NATO, Baby Dragon, Barbs. I just have so many counters. So we get the last game here against Shadow. This is like the most even matchup because it's very hard to deal with the Minion Horde and Giant Skeleton along with the Hogs. So we're just going to hop straight in here. We're going to 2x speed as we both have heavy attacks. I believe he Hogs first play, and I just NATO'd a King. So pretty standard first plays there. So he starts BMing. I just Barbarian on the Mortar, and then I go for a Lava Hound as I don't really have a good play. So, okay. So basically, we tower traded here. I was trying to remember if I defend, but I don't. So he just sent so much elixir that I was like, okay, well I'll just ignore that. I freeze just to make sure that I take that tower over there because bats are otherwise gonna just deal too much. So. We're chilling. I decided to just Baby Dragon on the Mortar. Baby Dragon will clean up nicely. He goes for a Giant Skeleton. I was like, uh-oh, I don't like that. And I kind of realized I'm going to struggle on defense here. So what I do is I NATO, and then I threw a Barb Barrel. He went for Hog because he didn't think that I had anything, but then I actually had Barbs, which then tanked the Giant Skeleton also. So that put me in a really good spot. I can Hound now. He's going to rush me. Luckily, the freeze is going to come in super clutch here as he spent a ton of elixir and he's not really going to get any value. I'm going to slow this down. So he drags my Loon to King, so well played there. I predict his bats with my Baby Dragon, and then I kind of choke up here, not going to lie. But we leak about 2 elixir before we finally get our Lava Hound down. And at the end, we just needed, so... it's actually is not looking great as obviously we have 868 and he has a lot more health, so I have to freeze this Hog on defense. Just really nothing else I can do there, but we're chilling. I go for a Loon. He's Zap, but he can literally just Mortar, and then if you also look at our King Tower, we're not looking too healthy, so a lot of bad things going on right now. It looks like I'm gonna lose. He's got a Hog. It's just everything that could go wrong is going wrong. So we nated the Hog away, but the problem is that we just took a bunch of damage on our tower. So I decide I have to go aggressive if I want to win. I go for Barb's Loon in the pocket. He has nothing. I have a freeze. He goes for the Minion Horde. The balloon gets the second drop. That's your game. So if he had actually mortared aggressively when I did that Barb's Loon play, he would have won the game. So slight misplay from my opponent, but in the end, we got the dub, which is what matters. So, and also, guys, we do have a level 8 tornado, so you know, a little extra makes me cool. But so yeah, 30-2, 30th in the world, pretty impressive. At least in my opinion. maybe you guys are better than me, but here's the deck again. If you don't know it by now, I don't know what you guys are doing. This is my 3rd video on it, so. But other than that, that's really all I got for you guys. Hopefully I can manage to finish pretty strong here on this global tourney and crank out one last video on it if I finish strong. And I hope not, but this could be the last video on this deck for a while if I do choke. So that would not be fun. But anyway, guys, if you enjoyed this video, this commentary video instead of like live matches, please leave a like and subs to the channel. It really helps, guys. My channel's just been popping off lately, and I'm honestly shocked. But thank you guys so much for all the support. But Other than that, don't really got much else for you. So thanks for watching, and have a good day.